What is going on, my friends? Hey, today we're gonna call this Fun Fact Friday. Yes. Here's the fun fact. I am a twin. I have a twin brother. That's a fun fact. That's not the fun fact I want to unleash on you. That was a snowball. I got this whole big avalanche that I want to throw at you. And who throws avalanches? In this metaphor, I do. So, check this out. 3 months ago, my twin brother visited me from Wisconsin, and he's like, he's been telling me about how he's been getting on the Jim Rome show with his tweets, and he's 12 Wood. That's his name, 12 Wood. He's been tweeting at the nationally syndicated sports radio show that's been going on since late to mid 1990s, and basically, so my brother just started tweeting the show, and he's been getting what they call getting read. Jim Rome will actually read the tweets that my brother's tweeting. He's like, you should do it too. And I was like, well, who am I gonna be? And he's like, you should be. And I came up with this. He's 12 Wood. I'm 512 Lumber. There's rhyme for that. If you want to figure that out, go for it. If you can't figure it out, ask somebody. A lot of people know. And then September happened, and my twin brother Jeff. We decided I was going to go visit him this time in Wisconsin, and we went camping, and like it was late at night, and we're doing Twitter's version of like Facebook Live. So you get on it, and it's called Periscope. You get on, and your phone becomes like a live broadcast for all of your contacts to see, or whatever your people on Twitter, your friends, I don't know, whatever, the people that follow you. There it is. They could watch you do a live broadcast from your phone. And so we're just camping, you know, having a couple drinks. And then my twin brother decided, hey, you know what would be kind of cool? Let's call another clone. So he called, I think he called, in my opinion, maybe my favorite clone, Baba Ganoush, the guy that has more personality in his pinky than most people you've ever met. Their whole body. Yeah, put together. Well, maybe not put together.
Nooch, are you still in? Okay, call in, dude. This is the Wood show. Is it Nooch?
Yeah.
Dude, okay, we got Nooch on the scope now, you guys. Yep, scoping with Nooch.
So anyhow, so we call Baba Ganoush. Hey, Baba Ganoush, what's going on? Let me hear about your team. So yeah, we're doing this live. Let's hear about. So he's a Raiders fan. And he became a clone on the Jim Rome show at this time. We started asking him all these questions and got done talking to him, and we're like, hey, that was fun. Let's call somebody else. So we called somebody else. That somebody else was, I don't know who. I think it was Kelly in Fairfax. And we called her, and we did another interview with her, and then we did Mike in Buffalo. All these people you probably don't know, but if you don't, find them out. They're great. It's fun. It's actually really fun. And then the next day we decided to do 3 more, and then the next day 3 more, and actually some of the guests started becoming like the whales, like one won like the Jim Rome Smack Off, which is the calling competition that they have once a year, and the guy that won it, he's the champion. We got a hold of him. We just felt like, yeah, baby, we're on cloud 9, right? So my vacation ran up. I had to go home, but I told 12 Wood, my twin brother Jeff, 12 Wood, I said, hey, 12 Wood, you continue this thing. You make this happen. Do something with this show. Make a show out of it. And he did, and I'm about to unleash the avalanche right now. Ooh, you ready? Yesterday, Jim Rome on the nationally syndicated radio show / TV show had 12 Wood on, and they talked about his show that he's been doing. I'm gonna just kind of show you some clips. That's my Fun Fact Friday. You guys all have a great day. War you guys.
Gabe. Alright, dude.
Alright, man. Get right up on the phone. I know you're scoping to get up on the phone.
Can you hear me?
Gotta kind of get right up on the phone,
Alright. I'm gonna have to hold it.
Right.
I'm gonna
yell it if you have to.
Alright.
Here we go. Sort of like that show. Well, apparently the show still works there, and believe me, the Canadian callers work on the program. This job time. Right now, this is the whole thing about the show. Like, maybe you're watching right now, and you think that there's some energy and there's some heat, but you can't follow everything that's going on. Some of it's inside. I mean, it's not that it's inside. The show is like any show. You drop in on any
TV show anywhere, right? Normal over-air network TV, Netflix, whatever. If you drop into the middle of a series, you're not going to know exactly what's going on. This radio show is the same way. But then there's a whole culture of the show itself. There's the show within the show within the show. There are people who do podcasts who listen to the show about the show. There's a guy who's got a Periscope about the show. That's 12 Wood. I mentioned that recently. He's back and he's got an update. Hey, listen, I'm all about you clones doing what you do to promote the show, so I've got no problem going to him. Let's go to 12 Wood in Wisconsin, who presumably does have an update on his Periscope. Wood, what's cracking? How are you?
Jim Rome, how you doing, bud?
Good, bud. How about you? How's the scope?
I'm doing all right. Here's the thing. I'm going to make this quick because I know you're running out of time, but I have a Legend Week coming up this week. I have Raider Mike, Coach Tom, and Kerwin coming on this week.
Kerwin?
In a couple weeks from now. Yeah, Kerwin. In a couple weeks from now, I got Cruz Pentagon. I don't know if you've heard of him or not. He might be the fastest clone in the world. Along with Mark in Hollywood. And then on February 2nd, I know you're busy that week, but maybe if you squeeze in some time, Mike and Indy and Jim Rome.
Dude, you're unbelievable. You are booking better than I'm booking for the Jim Rome original podcast, and I'm pretty freaking pleased with that one. That is insane, Wood. Kerwin in Riverside. You got Kerwin in Riverside to appear on your show. I can't get Kerwin in Riverside to appear on my show, but you got Kerwin. This cat is now booking his scope a month out. That's strong. That's really impressive. Speaking of the 12 Wood, the scope, Adam Hawk, on vacation, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's actually when we tried this last time, it did not work. Have we fixed your mic in the control room?
Test, New York. Can you hear me?
Are you on? Okay, you sound good. Now, you appeared on his scope. You're pretty well lit today.
Is that
you guys
right?
are looking much better.
Nice, thank you.
Nice porn stash, bro.
Thank you so much.
You never take that thing down.
I won't.
Now, you went on that scope. How'd that go?
I went on that scope Friday night, the Friday that we signed off for the year after the year in review. It was awesome. There was so much buzz about the show because we were just coming off that year in review. So they were hyped on it. A lot of viewers, great conversation.
Just stop really quickly. Sorry, it's not your fault. I interrupted you. There are people that are listening that don't even know what a Periscope is, right? You've got some of our 50-somethings that just are not savvy. Explain really quickly what this notion of explain what a scope is and what they do on that one.
It turns your cell phone into a live camera, and anyone watching, it's like you're live broadcasting from your phone. And right now, it's so weird. I'm watching 12 Wood watch us talk about him because he just called in while periscoping. So it was the show within the show within the show. But it was cool. It was great to be on that show. I followed Chris no longer in St. Pete. He was great. And then I think...
What did they ask you?
They asked me a lot about you. They asked me about Alvin. They asked me about Keith and Austin. They asked me who my favorite callers were, who my least favorite callers were, what it's like to screen on the show, what it's like to work on the show. It was a cool 20-minute conversation.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like it was a pretty well-informed interview.
Yeah, 12 Wood's got good questions. He's easy to talk to, and it's no surprise that he books his show pretty well.
And then how many times are you going to let him through to be on this show going forward, because you are still the gatekeeper, right?
That was pretty dang cool, if you ask me. This is 3 months ago. We had that little campfire scope, to the point where he has the legends, the guys who have been on for years, and has up to 1,200 viewers in the week. And I mean, the executive producer comes on and he's trying to score Jim Rome to actually be on the show too. And Jim looks like a proud dad on the show, does he not? Anyhow, you guys, that was cool. Thanks for watching. I'm pretty dang proud of 12 Wood, my brother. I'm actually pretty excited to be part of this community, the Jim Rome JTP Jungle Twitter posse. You guys, I've made so many good relationships, way cooler than I ever expected. You guys enjoy this video and war yourselves. Bye-bye.